Hey, how you doing, everybody? So in today's video, I want to talk about attitude, right? Your attitude determines how people are going to want to, deal with you, or if anybody going to want to have any dealings whatsoever to deal with you. Because people with a bad attitude are people that sometimes people avoid, right? And if you're going into business and say the trucking industry, you're going into as an owner operator and you're looking to work with a potential client, your attitude towards this person is going to determine whether they're going to work with you or not, right? And yes, you have to be who you are, but if who you're being is causing issues and you're not allowing you to get where you need to get to, then there's a problem there, and there's a problem that you got to address. Because you could have the fanciest truck, right? It does not matter, because if you're talking to a shipper or you're talking to a transport broker or the owner of a company and you're acting like nobody can tell me nothing, I can do whatever I want, and your attitude is very disrespectful and very rude, it doesn't matter if your truck has won a lot of awards for being the prettiest truck on the road. They're not going to bother with you because they're dealing with you more than your truck. Your truck is just a tool to help them get what they need to get done. So they would rather pass up your nice pretty truck to deal with a guy with a whole truck. But you know what? The guy has a great attitude and he gets the job done. So your equipment can be one thing that make they look at you, but your equipment is not going to determine whether they deal with you. Because if you have equipment, and even say if you're a nice guy but you're very slow and you're taking a long time to get things done, they're not going to want to deal with you. But before you even get to the point where they're hiring you to do jobs, it starts with your attitude. And if you show up with a very rude, bad, disrespectful attitude, then they will say, you know what, you have a nice pretty truck and we could use your truck, but if you're going to have to go through a lot of headaches to deal with you, then you know what, then I'd rather pass and go take the guy with a 1990s truck and hopefully he can get the job done. Because you have to also look at yourself too, right? Because when you're going to people and you're talking to people, are you the person that's willing to listen, right? Are you the person that's going to talk over them when you're talking, right? Or are you going to yell at them? Or are you going to take up the whole time talking and not giving them a chance to even speak, right? You have to really look at yourself and address it and ask yourself, when I sit in front of a potential client, how do I present myself? Do I present myself as a bully that doesn't listen and want to bulldoze the conversation and I only want to be heard, right? These are things that you have to sit and ask yourself, that when you're going into companies, right, how do you come across, right? And that is where that is the point where people are going to decide whether I'm going to work with this person. Because you know what? They're easygoing, they're laid back, they listen, they don't try to talk over me, they laugh, they're easygoing. So you know what? I will go with that, because there was a saying that goes, people do business with people they like, know, and trust, right? The first point, likability, right? So if you have an attitude that turns people off and people don't like you, then the other two stuff can be overlooked. Because if we can't even get through the how are you doing and have to start a conversation, where are we going with this? They're not going to bother with you, right? Because your attitude says something that they don't want to deal with, right? And this day and age, people are quick to cross people off real quick, right? So if you want to have a chance to work with a company, you have to start with having the right attitude that people are going to want to deal with you and can even build a long-term relationships. Because a lot of these long-term relationships are built with people with good attitude, and people are easygoing, and people can have a conversation with and build a company with. Okay, so that's what I want to see in this video. If you have any questions, email me at the bottom of the list. And until next time, I'll see you then. Take care.